So I've had people asking me what it's like to work from home and homeschool two kids at the same time. So it's not as hard as you would think it is. My kids, they actually are way on the other side of the house, which I don't hear any noise from them. But typically when they go to school, they're not really making noise anyways. But I want to show y'all they set up. So the babies are sleeping right now. So yeah, I typically don't hear any noise from them, but I actually get a lot of benefits from having my kids homeschooled. I get to spend more time with them. I get to be more present with them, and it's also I don't have to get up early. Well, they don't get up early, but I do get up early. I get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and I get off at 1:30 p.m. And another benefit to me working that early schedule is the fact that by the time they get up for school, which is around probably 9:30 a.m. to like 10 a.m. typically, but by the time they get up to school, I don't make them get up early because they going to school from home. But by the time they get up from school, my work day is already almost over with. So it's like I'm already halfway through my work day. I'm 5 hours in. I have like 3-4 more hours to get off by the time they wake up. So everything all good, and I don't get any noise from them. I get to tutor them when they need help. I get to see the progress that they making, whatever they need to focus on. I get to be the one to oversee that and to see how my kids are coming along. So that's another good thing too. And also we don't have to pay any daycare bills, aftercare school. We used to have to pay that. If you know, which I'm pretty sure a lot of parents know that you do have to pay, those aftercare bills, daycare bills. So we don't have to pay that no more. We didn't have to buy any new clothes for school, any new items, because, of course, it's all done from home. And then also when I take my lunch break at work, and typically the kids still sleep when I take my lunch break, which is 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm on lunch break now. But typically when I take my lunch break, I'll come right here and I'll do my podcast, and I'll work on that. For my other channel, I'll do my podcast while the kids are sleeping, so I don't get any noise from that either. I'm able to do that quietly and peacefully, which is a good thing. But yeah, man, I love having my kids home. I know it's like a precious gift being able to get to spend time with them and see them grow and to guide them through through the stages of life. Because a lot of parents, they don't get that benefit, they don't get that privilege, having to work a lot of hours, especially parents who have, a job that requires and demand them to be there a lot. They really probably don't get to see their kids. So I'm really thankful that I get to spend time with my kids. I get to grow with them. I have a real good personal relationship with them just from spending so much time with them, throughout the day of them being home. But the only downside is it did make them lazy. They don't like to do anything. I have to get them more PE time because they like to just sit in the house, and because typically after they're done with the schoolwork, what they'll do is they'll just sit on the phones, either play the game on the computer when they're done doing the schoolwork. And the school work only really takes about, I want to say, 3 to 4 hours on the average. A lot of the times it's quicker than that. It's like a 2 to 3 hour, sometimes. But so they don't even go to school as long as the normal kids go to school, like on the 8-hour period. They just work from like 2 to 3 hours and they done for the day. And and another best thing about this is, and you're probably wondering how I cook for them and what I do. So my wife, what she does is she makes these breakfast burritos. So she'll pre-make them and then she'll just put them in the fridge. We warm them up, and she'll make different variations of stuff, and it'll already be pre-made and but if it's not pre-made, if my wife doesn't make anything, I have my 14-year-old son, he in high school, so he can cook. He may cook eggs, he may make oatmeal, just depending. He may cook some sausages. So he'll cook breakfast material. Then when I get off at work, because I get off early at 1:30 p.m., what I'll do is I can make them, they eat snacks, and then my wife come home and then, it's dinner time, or either I cook the dinner around 4, and when my wife gets home, she gets to eat, and so it just depends on the day. But I actually love it, man. I wish I would have done the homeschooling thing a long time ago, which I'm just seeing how it is, because it was a big step. It was a big choice, and my wife always says she'd rather have the kids homeschooled so they can be protected more by me and overseen by me, because you never know these days with your kids being in school, and, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world. But it was a big step. It was intimidating at first, but just doing it and having the first year down of doing it is it's a pretty smooth transition. My son in high school did say he missed talking to the girls. He said he not getting that much interaction because he's not around anybody. So, and I told him, man, just go walk in the neighborhood. You can find a girl in the neighborhood getting off the school bus, man. But yeah, he want to talk to somebody. He want him a girlfriend. So he was kind of sad about that, but they like it, because they don't have to, of course, get up for school in the morning. Because if you know, man, getting up in the morning is hectic. You got to get ready. The kids got to get ready. They sleepy. They tired. So we don't have to even go through that anymore, with all the chaos in the morning of the kids having to get ready and choose clothes, and you coming out the door and they missing shoelaces. They put on the wrong shoes. This outfit don't look good. So we don't have to go through that anymore. So it's a pretty calm and peaceful situation now that they work home from school. And I let them sleep in. I mean, some parents may not agree with that, but I do let them sleep in. I let them sleep in to basically what time they want to sleep in. Because at first I was strict on them sleeping in, but then I thought to myself, it's not really going to matter if they making good grades and they waking up, well rested, and they just doing it. So I don't even really too much be hard on them about the time that they wake up. I do make them go to sleep at a decent time though, just so they're not pulling all-nighters on school nights. But we all like it, man. My wife loves it. I love it. We don't have to spend extra money. We don't have to drive, out of the way to go pick kids up. And my wife comes home, the family is already here. We all just close-knit, but kids do need interaction. I understand that. I get that. And I agree with that. And that's why I told my son he can go hang with his friends, go to the movies with my daughter. She's 8. We ain't having it. She ain't going nowhere. I don't trust her to stay the night at nobody's house or nothing. So she's been stuck in the house. But we go outside from time to time and, walk around and ride skateboards and scooters, but not as often as I should. But yeah, it's a pretty unique experience, something that I never thought I'd be doing or that I would even step into. I've heard people talk about the homeschool thing, and me just doing it now and finally having the courage to actually do it is it still kind of surprises me, but I'm happy I made that transition, because like I said, man, the moments I have with the kids now is priceless, man. And I don't have to worry about nothing bad happening, the probability of that. But yeah. So if you're considering it, I have 2 kids homeschooled, man. I work from home, and it's a wonderful experience to be able to, work hard, make money, and still be there with my kids, and, take a break and then walk into the next room and be able to conversate with my kids and just have that good relationship with them and keep their mental health good and just show them that they loved, and be there for them when they need that tutor. It's all good. It's a lot of benefits to it. But like I said, the only downside to it is recreation time, and my son he want to talk to some people, so which I understand. But other than that, man, if you consider doing it, I would recommend that you do, especially if you were the type of parent that want to be around your kids and involved. I know because me and my wife, we overprotective parents. I know every parent not like that. Every parent run their house different. But me and my wife, we overprotective, and we love to be around our kids 24/7, movie nights all the time. We really involved. So, but other than that, man, look at that, the alarm going off right now. He got his alarm set. They set the alarm for school. And another thing, man, this right here, I have my kids do this all the time. Well, I started to have them do. We haven't done it in a while, but I'll have them write down like what they're thankful for, so they can focus on the things that they, are thankful for throughout the day, instead of being focused on the things that they don't have. So I try to get them to, like, this is just something I implemented being at home with them, and so that's something good too. Like my son, I am thankful to be able to play on the VR and the PC. I am thankful that I have a loving and kind family. I am thankful to be able to drive the car. My son been driving lately. He's been practicing. I am thankful to be able to do school from home. I am thankful to have a very supportive family. And this is something I wrote. I am thankful to acquire knowledge to be a better person for my family and society. And now this is something my wife tells me to take. She tells me to stay on top of my health while I'm working from home, sitting down. So yeah, that's another thing I implemented. Working from home, my kids, we get to play on that board right there, and so I get to control like they mental, because in school, kids gonna follow the crowd, they're gonna follow society. So kind of working from home, I get to oversee more of the mental state and control that and put it in a positive abundance of how they see life. So that's another good thing, working from home. I got to focus on that. But thank you. Y'all have a nice day. Thanks for tuning in.